Meadow. The Weapon They Made. Prologue. The First Cut. Queens Village, New York, 1974. She was 5 years old, the first time she didn't bleed. The clinic smelled like pine sol and despair. Fluorescent lights flickered above Lane's head as the doctor adjusted the needle, long silver, gleaming like something out of a nightmare. Her mother, Pearl, stood in the corner, clutching her knockoff leather purse like a Bible, eyes darting between her husband and the white coats whispering code names. "This is what opportunity looks like," her father hissed under his breath. "You're an American now. Remember that." Lane didn't cry. She learned early that tears meant weakness and weakness invited punishment. So she sat still, her skinny brown legs dangling from the cold metal table, her afro puffy and uneven, her socks mismatched. They said the injection would make her strong. They said she was chosen. What they didn't say was that her parents had traded her body for green cards. The needle went in and something hot rushed through her veins like acid and lightning. Her back arched, her hands clenched, and when the doctor dropped the scalpel by mistake, it slashed across her thigh, deep, angry, red. But there was no blood, not a single drop. She stared down, dazed, and watched the flesh begin to knit itself back together, slowly at first, then faster until the wound vanished like a dream. "Jesus Christ," one nurse whispered. "Another crossed herself?" The doctor smiled. "She's working," he said. "It's working." Pearl turned her face away. Her father nodded, and Lane. She just looked at them with hollow eyes, her voice quiet and deadly. "Don't ever touch me again." They didn't listen, not then and not ever, but one day they would. Lane Meadow's journal, entry number 17, "They built me wrong on purpose." March 12, 2023, 3:41 a.m., Jamaica Avenue Motel, Queens, New York. "They built me wrong on purpose, injected, rejected, and redirected toward the fire from the moment I had a pulse. My mother didn't name me Lane because it was poetic. She named me Lane because I was the path. She and that spineless immigrant fool used to get a life in this country. A pathway, a transaction, not a daughter, not a soul, just a vessel. I used to pretend I had wings. When I was 7 and Marcus and his friends touched me, I used to close my eyes and think I couldn't fly away, far from the piss-stained mattress, far from the silence of my mother in the next room. She heard me cry, always did. She didn't care. They said I was born in 1969. No, I was forged in 1974 in that clinic with that needle when I stopped bleeding like a girl and started healing like a monster. I'm a woman made of metal and bruises and quiet rage, and I hate them for it, all of them. Pearl and Walter, Marcus, the state, the silence, the experiments, the pastors that prayed but never asked where my pain lived, teachers who said I was too angry to graduate, the men who left when I didn't give them the broken sex they thought was owed to me. But tonight I saw him, Jase. 6'4", storm eyes, voice like gravel and sin. He didn't blink when I pulled the gun on him. He didn't smile like a man who wanted something. He looked at me like he knew what it was to carry a coffin inside your ribs. I don't trust him, but I don't trust the sky either, and it never lied to me. Something is coming, something ancient, something buried, and I don't think I'm going to survive it. But it'll burn. But I'll burn it all down trying. And if I die, at least I'll finally bleed. Lane. Jase's Court Journal. Entry number 49. Qatar wasn't a vacation. June 7, 2019, 2:12 a.m. Base Camp Delta, Kandahar. They told me not to write this, my father said. Some memories are better blocked behind classified clearance and a good night's sleep, but I haven't slept right since Dubai, since Qatar, since I walked away from 16 smiling kids and left them in a palace built with bones. God help me, I thought they'd be okay. We were in college, Pace University, spring break. Everyone was broke, horny, greedy, and I had access, private jets, money, politicians in my contact list, princes who owed my dad favors. The plan was simple. Beautiful kids, fast weekend party like gods. Prince wanted a mix. Blonde girls, brown boys, pretty ones, eager ones. I fucking brought them. He wired me $2 million in crypto, told me to go home. Said they were in good hands. I laughed, I believed him. He showed me yachts, tigers, models. I didn't see the steel doors, cameras, the guards, not until I came back a month later to check on them and they were gone. Moved on, they said, to better opportunities. Except Maya's parents never heard from her again, and Tio's body turned up in Greece with his tongue cut out. My father buried the stories, gave grieving families hush checks. I snorted coke off Senate bathroom counters and smiled in every photo op while kids I called friends were missing. This is the sin I carry. This is why I can't let anyone touch my chest. It's where the devil lives. And now I see her, Lane Meadow, eyes like judgment, voice like thunder.